And this is Convo with the Head. Now, this is an interview a lot of people on this platform have been calling for, and I'm glad that we've been able to put this together, and he has availed himself for us to have a sit-down interview with him and understand his policies, especially for the youth, because we are a youth-driven platform. Now, the man that I'm about to interview is a successful businessman, a philanthropist, a politician. He's seen it all. He's been to everywhere. He's been in our newsfeed. He's basically that guy, as we have been saying on our platform. He's seeking to lead them into the 2024 general election. Throughout the campaign process, he's put out policies that a lot of you agreed with. There are some people on this platform that do not agree with some of the policies that he's put out there. I personally, I have done series of videos, challenging some of the policies that he's put out, and there are some policies that I believe this would actually work for everyone. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to do any long things here. I'm sitting here with Honorable Kennedy Kumpreko Agyapong. Honorable, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Pachoka Pidgin.
Oh yeah, why not?
So you speak Pidgin?
Yeah, they speak Pidgin.
Okay, so you are going to be comfortable with Pidgin?
I don't have a problem.
No problem. So, Honorable, 275 constituencies. You have combed everywhere, talking to the delegates, trying to convince them to vote for you to lead this party into the 2024 general elections. First of all, what has been the reception like towards your policies and your message to the people that, hey, vote for me, this is what I'm going to do for you? What has been the general reception?
No, the reception has been very good because I think so far, the only candidate who goes out there to tell the delegates his vision and what he has for them. A lot of people, they go there and they only talk about their positions they've held in society and therefore they are qualified. But I go out there to tell them, look, that we have a lot of challenges as a nation and therefore we need a pragmatic leader. The problem in this country has been that most policies are just theory, they are not practical. And as a businessman, I've realized that, look, most of our policies are not good for the country. We have to be practical. So I believe in pragmatic approach instead of theory. So I go there and give typical examples just close by them, but they don't know what they can do with it. I give them example. Do you know what we can use maize or corn for? And going round about 275 constituencies, except those of you who have opportunity to travel outside that know that corn cooking oil, we can use corn as cooking oil, and it's one of the most healthiest and expensive cooking oil in the world. We grow corn or maize everywhere, even in our backyard here, but they don't know what to do with it except of banku and
Porridge.
Yeah, porridge and chewing, the toasted corn, the whatever. So I tell them, you can use corn for cornflakes, Cerelac. You can use corn for ethanol. And when you mix corn ethanol with our petrol, the cost of our petrol will go down by 20%. So why don't we take advantage of that? We can use corn for poultry feeds. But all these things, we are not doing and keep importing. Cassava. I have cassava plant. We've acquired about 125,000 acres. We've already planted or cultivated 30,000, feeding the plant. And what you can look, I always say, the youth of this country should listen to me, that cassava is more important than gold. So if we know the usage, we will not even degrade the lands because of gold. For one, we visited Thailand, a Greek ministry in Thailand. They line up the products that they use cassava for, from biscuit, tapioca, starch, ethanol, flour, a lot of things. So with my plant, do you know that the cassava we produce, the starch we produce, you use it for drugs. All pharmaceutical industries, every drug they produce, there is starch in it. So the demand all over the world is so high that if we have about 300 cassava plant companies in Ghana, we'll have demand all over the world. We can use the same cassava flour. We can use the cassava for ethanol. We can use the cassava for the tapioca, your banku you eat, agbelema, and all those things. When you put them together, we can use cassava for 40 different products. Young man, here, when you open, you can plant cassava. So I give them practical examples. We use the palm oil to produce frito oil, to produce soaps, even the byproduct of the husk. When you go to Benzo, for instance, they use the husk to generate electricity. You see,
but honorable, people would say we do not have the facilities, the industry, the processing factories to go through all these things.
That is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That agric mechanization and agro processing.
Okay.
Agro processing. That's why I use my starch plant as an example.
Okay.
That, we got 30,000 acres to feed the plant. And my estimation, first 18 months, we should build the factory. And the same first 18 months, you cannot get cassava to plant 30,000 acres a year. It will be in batches. So 6 months, you cut it. Another 6 months, you cut it. So by the time you complete about 40,000 acres, the plant is ready to feed the factory. So we are not going to go into agric without the agro processing. Hell no, we are not going to do that.
Oh no, but there are people that would also argue, say, you have been in government for a very long time. So why did you not suggest these brilliant ideas that you have in your head to the government to actually?
I have suggested several policies, but because I'm just ordinary member of parliament, when I suggest that to the committee in parliament, the minister goes out there with his technical guys and he takes the advice and nothing. Let me give you one example. When I first came to parliament in the year 2001, we took yam, myself and my partner, our company is called Supercare. We took it to Holland, a company called Grasso. They deal in air conditioning and storage facilities. So they cooked the yam, they tested it, and they realized the starch content in the yam is the same as potatoes. So if they can store potatoes for 8 months in Europe or US, then you can store yam for 8 months. They took us to about 6 farms, and all the farms have warehouses, and they are just blowers. This air condition, it will not blow cold, it will not blow hot. The temperature that the blowers give to the stored yam makes the yam feel like it's stored in the earth. I told Kwashiga and the team when they came to Agri Committee, they didn't listen. Another example, say, why should we always import fish into this country? Because June, July, August, the bumper harvest, the fishermen will catch the fish. They have no place to store it. They throw it back into the sea. So we need cold stores. But my brother, you don't need a cold store without a blast freeze machine. You need a blast freeze machine where it will blast freeze the fish at a lower temperature, minus 41 degrees, for 24 hours. And before you move it into the cold store, minus 12, minus 14. If you cut the fish and you store it straight, put it into the cold store, it will not meet international standards. All these things I told them at the committee. Do you know what one of the technical guys said? Guy said, oh, we can smoke them. I said, Jesus Christ.
They can smoke the fish.
Yes.
That is a safer way to
and this is a technical guy advising Kwashiga, Minister of Agri. Can you imagine? So I've done a lot of things behind the scenes for us to change things. That is why I always do it for them to see that we can do it.
That is one of the reasons, because based on statement that you have made before, you are not interested in political positions. That is something that we have known you for.
Yes.
So your decision to contest for the presidency came as a surprise, and I'm sure right now people have gotten used to it.
I've realized that I cannot sit back and contribute when they don't listen. When I believe in what I'm saying. You see, I don't believe in the book. I believe in seeing it. I have been to so many countries in the world, and I've had several meetings. And let me tell you, my brother, I don't go into a meeting and talk about $50 million or 100 millions. We talk billions. Companies that I've dealt with, they're always talking billions. And when they take you to the factories, their industries, for you to see what they've done, it gives me encouragement that, look, as a black man, a Ghanaian, I can also do it. So whatever I'm saying, I have seen it elsewhere that is working. That is why I believe in it. Like this steel plant that I'm building, about 8 steel plant companies in Ghana here, and they are all foreigners. So I ask myself, how can we sit here in our own country, the demand for iron rods and cement, where the cement is only Ibrahim who has come in as a Ghanaian. Everything is foreign. So no, if Ibrahim has gone into cement, I will go into steel. And trust me, the type of machines that I have brought into this country is in the whole West Africa, in terms of production, not the land size, but in terms of production, I'm the biggest in West Africa. So I challenge myself because I've seen it elsewhere. I've been to India, I see how it works. I've been to China, I see how things work. I've been to Thailand, I've been to Europe, I've been to America, and all business.
So, Honorable, in this case, it's a matter of exposure. How people that we have put in positions of power, they are not exposed to the reality outside.
Young man, you've come up with a very good question. You know what? Let me tell you the gospel truth. The best education any human being will have is exposure. You see, with all due respect to people who have learned and have so many degrees and everything, sometimes whatever they are writing, they have not even seen it working physically. But I have seen it. So exposure. You see, those Ghanaians who travel outside the country, seeing what they see over there, when they come, their perception to things change. So exposure is the best education any human being can have. So because of the exposure, the type of people I've dealt with in terms of business, sometimes they say, oh, Agyapong, he talks too big. Yeah, he's too known, he's this and that. Let me give you an example.
Is that why you started the campaign on Twitter, Show Working? Where there was a day that you basically profiled all that, like, I did this, I did that. People had zero idea about a lot of things.
Yeah, because when you go out there and say, they think you are bragging. So I'll let you see. Sometimes you passing by what I own, but you don't know I'm the owner. I just keep quiet. But it's about time I have to encourage the youth to take their destiny into their own hands. I don't feel shy giving them my background. My background will encourage the youth that all is not lost. Then I show what I've been doing, capable of doing, coming from that humble beginning to where I am and where I want to go. I showcase all these things to motivate the youth of this country to take their destiny into their own hands. I go out there, showcase it, so that the perception that, oh, he's a braggart, he's this. Well, I'll tell you what I've done. And if you go there and I've done it, am I a braggart? I said I'm going to do it. And I've done it. So what's your problem? Emulate Agyapong and you'll be successful. That is what I want to inculcate into the youth of this country.
Honorable, since we are talking about the youth, I need to bring in this. Recently, the Ghanaian youth took to the street to demonstrate against the government. They registered their displeasures and their grievances towards the government. And people in positions of power trivialized the whole thing, making it look like it was an exercise in futility, where issues that they raised, good roads, potable water, stable electricity, unemployment rate that is on a rise, the government has to do something about it. all these issues raised by these people were trivialized. And we have heard, or we have been in positions where people in positions of power, they've berated the youth, like the youth are not part of the decision-making process. They've put out derogatory comment about the youth are lazy, the youth are sleeping. Some of them, they have coconut head. A whole lot of statements have been made about
They are able to say that?
Yes, a sitting member of parliament said the typical Ghanaian youth has an empty head, coconut head.
Oh, yes. You are joking. I don't think he can say that.
Honorable Katie Hammond.
Oh,
he said
my own senior.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I have a video evidence
this afternoon I'm going to attack.
So you have to talk to, because yes. So
this afternoon,
yes.
I say, did you say that?
Yeah, he said that, something like that. So what would the Agyapong government do differently? How are you going to make sure that the youth is represented in your government? Our voices are heard.
You see, let me tell you something. First, I'll answer you, but let me give you one example.
No problem.
We are here at Moving Peak. Go, just cross to the hotel itself.
The passport?
Yes. And when you go there, young men and women that are leaving this country. One day, I went there to take a picture. And the guy saw me and said, Honorable, we are waiting for you to come. Look, from January to June, I was there in June. Said, if I'm not exaggerating, over 1 million youth or Ghanaians have left this country. And it's a drain on our human resource. And he said to me, if you don't believe me, just walk out and look on your left and look on the right. Left are those who have gotten the visa, they're coming to pick their passport. Right are those who are now going for the interview. So I just went out and folded my arms, started going around. On the left, counting them. They didn't know I was counting, talking and counting. 9 a.m., I got 73 young men and women who have gotten a visa. They are so excited leaving this country.
It has become a trend on TikTok, actually, where people transition themselves from Ghana to another country.
One, our reason. Unfortunately, our tradition, our culture, we don't believe in the youth. I'll give you one example. Growing up, when you see elders talking, and even go and stand there and listen to words of wisdom, they will sack you. You see, it puts fear in the, and it gives a gap between the youth and the elderly. This has gone on for so long that you use the word trivialize.
Yes.
You see, people don't have confidence in the youth because they think common sense is by age, which I strongly disagree. Common sense is not by age. It is by how the application of the mind. So the mere fact that you are older than me doesn't mean I cannot use my head. So this problem has lingered on for so long that it intimidates the youth to come out boldly, because our culture has suppressed the youth for so long. So coming out there to demonstrate that you need jobs, no good roads, no this, they sit there, one, because of their position that they are holding and how they are making money. They don't care about what is happening, actually happening. And these are realities. I was outside the country when the demonstration went on. And I saw how the police beat some of the youth in it. I completely disagree. What is the essence of democracy?
The president didn't grant us audience.
And you know?
The vice president too.
Well, maybe that, I'll say that for security reasons, but at least somebody should have received your grievances.
And it never happened.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Now, we preach democracy. So if you put up such behavior, how do you say that you are practicing democracy?
So, Honorable Ken, what are you going to do different?
Look,
from these people,
I am going to empower the youth of this country by inculcating 3 things into them: patriotism, honesty, and discipline. I want the youth that are following you, listening, watching, to know that, look, if you want to succeed, and we all succeed and develop this country, we have to be patriotic. Our behavior as human beings, we are not patriotic to our nation. We are selfish, greedy. We all want to grab a bit of the pie and keep it to ourselves without spreading it for others to benefit. That must change.
Okay.
So I'm going to empower the youth by inculcating patriotism into them. And patriotism, as simplified by saying the second commandment in the Bible that it says, love thy neighbor as yourself. If you are patriotic, you will not go and steal from government. If you are patriotic, you will not go and kill for money. If you are patriotic, when they ask you to come to work at 8, you'll be there at 8. So we need to conscientize the youth. My target is the youth because the future of this country belongs to the youth. Whether you are the best brain or whatever, still will be weak. Let me give you jokingly. We went to Northeast and I came back to Tamale. My hotel room, I was picking a soap and I felt a pain here. My brother, for the past 6 days, the way I've been suffering from my waist.
Sorry.
It tells you that, hey, you are aging.
Yeah.
I mean, burning to pick a cry, you have a pain. So if you don't encourage the youth to take over, emulate you and take over from you, and you always want to suppress them, then what country are we building? Then it means the future of this country is bleak. If the future of the youth is bleak, the future of the country is also bleak. So we should empower the youth by giving them good advice. I use my son as an example. Just recently, I got to know that at one point, he told his friends that he's not sure I'm the father. Yeah, because I didn't let him get away.
Oh, okay. I've heard that story.
Yeah, I didn't let him get away. And now the things that he's doing, because I inculcated discipline into him. And now your media engagement and all those things, he pays for it. I don't pay anything. And he comes, tapping my shoulder.
It's sorted.
Yeah, it's sorted. It's sorted. But if I had allowed him, the way he was flaunting his ring, my father is Agyapong. I said, come on, go to hell.
Go and sit down.
Yeah, your father is Agyapong, so what? So this, if I've been able to change my son, I have the confidence that I can use him as an example to change a lot of, or most of the youth, so that they can work. Again, honesty. I want the youth to listen to me. Honesty is key to success. If you want to succeed in life, in your dealings with every individual, you have to be honest. If you are honest, let me tell you, young men, I always joke and say, even when you are sleeping with your wife, somebody will call you and say, look, your money is ready. But if you are dishonest, no call in the morning to tell you that your money is ready. Because, the economy or the size of this country is so small. When we are dealing with businessmen who have a stake in our economy to, develop, they know each other. So if you come and dupe me and dupe you and dupe me, you can dupe 3. And these 3 of us will go spreading your name negatively and it will affect you. Eventually you see that it's a small world. Nobody will be willing to deal with you. But if you are honest in dealing with me, I recommend him. You recommend him. You recommend him. That is how you grow your business. That is why foreigners have taken over our country. The level of dishonesty is too much. And we have to inculcate honesty into ourselves. Not only the youth, but my target is the youth because we are weak. And you have the energy to take over from us. So what we have done wrong, we have to let you know that this kind of lifestyle will not help you.
Honorable, is that why you said the national service, you are going to, when you come into power, the national service is going to be 6 months in the military and 6 months in working wherever you want to work. Now, I have argued that if you want to curb indiscipline or you want to instill discipline into the Ghanaian, first of all, indiscipline has eaten deep into our fabric. So let's take it from the political side. We've seen instances where a politician in parliament, went to take ballot box, was running away, they were throwing hands, a whole lot of issues. These are people that we look up to. So if we are trying to curb indiscipline and we are starting from the youth, like you are targeting the youth, say, okay, go into the military, spend 6 months in the military, and when you come out, you're supposed to be disciplined. But the people up there that we look up to, they are indisciplined. What is the end game here, Honorable?
Let me tell you.
Okay.
Going into military, it is not only to be disciplined.
Okay.
No. I want the discipline is number one. You go in there, you learn a trade. When you see Ghana Armed Forces, like all professions are there.
Okay.
We only need to empower the different agencies over there or the battalions, so that when we ask the youth, the national service to go in, maybe by the time you come, the engineer, whatever they call them, if you're a civil engineer, you even decide to set up your own business and not rely on only government for roads and whatever.
So training.
Yeah, training. And I ask, or I've decided to let the youth who come out of college to go to military, one, because I've been going around and the national service, you see somebody who has graduated with first class or second class in administration. You go to Ghana Gas, for instance, she's at the reception, and the reception is so archaic. They have a long book. You come, you write your name, and you go. What knowledge is he getting from there? You see, so it's one. The way we do the placement, we don't help the students to, get experience from whatever knowledge they've acquired in
universities.
Yeah, in the universities. So some will go to military, some will go to the agric, then 6 months you change. But the discipline concluded they are not role models.
Because these are people we look at. Imagine looking at your MP fighting in parliament.
Right. So I am coming back to tell you, forget about the MP. That's the way forward. If you want to succeed like in Agyapong, forget about the MP who took the ballot box. If you are disciplined, you're going to make money. You'll be happy for the rest of your life. So I'm saying that if certain age, we've lost it, we don't want to lose the youth. We don't. So if we inculcate all these disciplines and every opportunities created for you, you might not go to parliament and fight again. If you are a member of parliament.
But don't you think we have to do something? So indiscipline cuts across. We are talking about corruption. We are talking about a whole lot of things.
My focus is the youth.
Okay.
My focus is the youth because we are passing out. You are coming in. What is wasted? We are passing out and we've wasted a lot of things that did not help the country. So those parts, something wrong, we don't have to say it.
Yeah.
We have to say, I've been criticizing a lot of things in society. That is why they don't like me.
Even your president.
Yeah, that's why they don't like me.
Was there the showdown though?
Yeah, the showdown is not an insult.
Okay.
They see acronym for you will see what will happen.
So the showdown is coming.
Yeah, and now it has become a household.
Yes.
Those things.
So honorable the youth, 2 months ago, the government introduced taxes on betting. And I remember the interview at TV3, you were outside the studios and they asked you, Honorable, this is the position of government with regards to taxing bet winnings. And you said two things. If you were in that position, you would even increase it from 10% to more. And the other one was because the reason why you would increase it to curb or to prevent people from actually venturing into betting, because betting, they destroy the youth. Now, recently, the GRA, since the introduction of the tax, they came out to say that they have generated 15 million Ghana cedis from taxing betting earnings. Now, it means the government is making money from, taxing bet winnings. What is your position now? Are we increasing it, or
let me tell you.
Okay. So
it's unfortunate. All the good things I said that day on TV3. When I said I will increase the taxes to discourage the youth, even the condition I gave, they didn't bring it. So you media guys, you have to be careful. Your reportage can destroy this country. I said, now I'm not in a position to do A, B, C, D because of unemployment. So we need to create employment opportunities for the youth. Then you slap higher tariffs on betting to discourage these young men and women going into betting. I still maintain that.
You still maintain?
Yes. Because let me tell you, a young man like you, I ask you one question. Why did you decide to do this and have all these followers? Hold on. If you had spent all your time at the gaming, whatever, just for betting, do you think they will call you to come and interview Honorable Agyapong?
I don't think so.
Case closed. So you have answered my question.
The reason why I've engaged a lot of them online, and what they are saying is the betting companies are providing more jobs than the government.
It's fallacy. Now let me tell you, if you know, you don't know, I'm in charge of that.
Okay.
I'm the chairman for Defense, Interior, and National Security.
Okay.
And gaming is under Interior. I know what I'm talking about. But my brother, you remember me tomorrow. Sample opinion. Take 5 people from here who will follow your footsteps. And take 5 people who will always go to the gaming, whatever, giving excuse that they're creating jobs. And see the progression of the two. I will never lie to any youth that is coming up to go into betting and all those things. No.
So it's a no for you?
Yeah. But before I can say no, I have to create job opportunities.
That's what I'm saying.
Job opportunities. And that is what I said. But you see, that young man, very controversial because I met him in Koforidua. He asked a controversial question. They were trying to put him as a so allow him to it. He was diabolic when he asked me that question. And I said, because of unemployment, I'm not able to do A, B, C, D. But if I create job opportunities for the youth, I'll slap higher tariffs to discourage you from. But look, you see, you are young today and you think we are making money. After all, how much money do they make? How much? And don't forget, I don't hate foreign investors. But the money is going to Lebanese, Indians, and all those things. What is wrong with that? I'll be bold. I'm not scared of any youth. Because I'll teach you sense just like I teach my son. Yeah. Why do I want my son to succeed and I want you to fail? Then I'm doing a disservice to the nation. So what will make you shape up, I will tell you. But these fingers, you see, they are not the same. It means my message, not everybody will take it. Those who will not take it will be the shortest. Those who will take it will be the tallest finger here. So my son comes to me and said, Daddy, I want to talk to you. I said, okay, have a seat. Then he said, I really want to apologize. I said, why? Say, no, if I had listened to you earlier, I would have made a lot of money. I said, no, you are wrong. You are wrong in the sense that when I advised you and you didn't take it, you went there, experienced it, you hit the wall. Now you realize your father is making sense. If you had listened to my advice all the time, you would think that you've left something behind that you didn't explore. You get my point? So you always want to go back. But now you went out there and you've seen that what my father is saying, I have to listen. That alone is a correction. And now he's doing very well. With this Afrochella, he's exporting fish, selling shea butter and all those things. He's now jack of all trades. And I've given him a long game for him to measure. To beat Agyapong, he has to sleep 3-4 hours.
And he has a long...
Yeah. You see, so whatever advice I give to my son, I have to give it to you.
Yeah.
So I will not advise my son not to go and do betting. Then I will come and tell other people's kids that, oh, betting is good. I am bold. If you want to be like in Agyapong, don't waste your time going there. You are only making the Lebanese and Indians rich. And what is 15 million cedis? A whole GRA coming, that the 15 million cedis.
That was
what are they doing with the 15 million cedis?
That is what everyone is.
They should use the 15 million cedis to create jobs for this youth to stop gaming.
Okay. Honorable, so the Ghanaian youth, in 5 outlines, I want you to let me know or let the audience know, if you get a chance to lead the MPP into the 2024 elections, why should the Ghanaian youth believe in Honorable Kennedy?
Yeah, Ghanaian youth should believe in Kennedy Agyapong because I'm a living testimony. When I say I'm going to create job opportunities, yes, I have. I've created job opportunities for people. 7,000 people are working as an ordinary member of parliament. Now you have huge unemployment, about 700,000. So if I have the opportunity as a businessman, as a president, I know how to negotiate for investment that will create employment opportunities for the youth. So I want the youth to believe in me that the two people are never the same. Two people are never the same. If the previous leader said A, B, C, D, and he didn't do it, it doesn't mean Kennedy Agyapong would not do it. At least I have lived exemplary life for you to see that I'm talk and do. So I want the youth to believe in me, that the challenge of the youth, that is why they are leaving this country, is employment. So under my administration is employment, employment, employment. Industries, industries, industries. That will kill everything. And you will see the speed I'm going to take Ghanaians in terms of development. If you don't catch up, we'll leave you behind, because enough is enough. If you make a mistake and you are fired, we'll not allow Osofo to come and beg for you. We'll not allow the chief to come and beg for you. We'll not allow politicians to call and threaten. Discipline is discipline. If they ask you to go to work at 8, Ghana here, 8 o'clock, Ghanaian time is 10 a.m. Under Kennedy Agyapong, Ghanaian time, 8 a.m. is 7:45. You got to be there by 7:45 to start work at 8. We are not going to allow those 2 hours. That's productive man hours wasted. We are not going to tolerate that. You see, Ghanaians go outside Ghana and they become or are judged the best workers because the systems are working. Our systems are not working. We'll let the system work. And that will create job opportunities for the youth of this country. Again, another problem the youth is facing is the old people that are occupying positions. They become respectfully like Methuselah. They don't want change. So even if a young man, while they are migrating, the same young men that are migrating to other countries and excelling is because when they go there, they allow them whatever suggestions, contributions they give, they take it. Here, somebody has been in one position for a director for 20 years, and he thinks by virtue of being in that position for 20 years, unproductive 20 years, he thinks he doesn't need change. You are not the one to come and tell him. But to tell you the truth, we are in a scientific technology world that it is your age that these things emerge. So you are far advanced than us, because my girls, when they come from school, myself and my wife, what these girls can do on the net, we can't do it. So we have to accept, actually, we are cake.
Time pass.
Yes, but these directors and the rest, they don't accept anything. No contribution. It doesn't motivate the youth. You have to sit with them and also share ideas with them. And you see, say, look, these young men, they are of age. And, you have to engage them. All these things, I'm going to encourage the youth. There will be youth seminars that, as president, I will go there and share my life experiences with them if I'm given opportunity. For them to emulate Kennedy Agyapong. Okay? So, My target is the youth, in the sense that my brother, he has about 8 sisters that have finished or completed university in America, and all of them have good jobs. So I feel guilty as a politician, 23 years as a member of parliament, and the high unemployment rate in this country. I feel so bad about it. Why should my children who had opportunity or who were born in America to get good jobs at the age of 21? And here, at the age of 21 after university, they are still staying with their parents. That is why I've decided to lead this country so that I'll create job opportunities for the youth. And I'll tap their knowledge. I'll open up. I'll tap their knowledge. If not, I will not give you a chance even to sit here and interview me. But I believe in the youth. And what I believe in is that one person doesn't have the whole world's brains and knowledge. So it should be collective. You get the brains from all angles, put them together. You sieve it and use it as a policy. So I want the youth to believe in me, that the youth president is coming.
The youth president. And
yes.
Me to be a youth president with YouTube.
Yeah, so
that is what is happening. So Honorable, the showdown, the final showdown. This was a semi-final showdown, but the final showdown is coming. What is the general atmosphere in your camp? And what are your expectations? When I came in, I see the fire, the blaze left, right, center.
I dey try small. Don't be say my mouth.
But 275 constituencies. How?
That man has done well.
Hey,
I'm Mississippi.
And I'm doing a go for seminar.
Mississippi local here.
Yeah, but what be the general atmosphere?
Oh no, it's nice. I've open here, my ginger the base of MPP party. No, my discouraged. A lot of them were not prepared to vote again. But coming into the race, has gingered the base. Because I deal with the ordinary people. May I want me to a Kurasio. And then my rise here. So I appreciate every human being. Going to them has gingered the party and is good for MPP party.
So if you get to lead this party into the general election, are we going to break the?
I'll beat Mahama hands down.
You will beat him.
No, I'll beat him hands down.
What about bonus head drum?
I'll beat him hands down.
But then in the course of the campaign and everything, I'm sure there are bridges that have been bent. There have been issues. You have had issues with people that at the end of the day, if you get to lead this party, you have to iron it out and repair the bridges and make sure that there is a unified force to face the parties that people are going to contest against. So what are you going to do to make sure that when you are given the mandate, you unify the party for the task?
You see, if you always listen to me, I've always preached unity and peace in the party. But if you want unity in the party, if you want peace in the party, there should be fairness. That is all I've been preaching. That there should be fairness. There should be fairness. But unfortunately, this campaign is like Plato's ideal world, where justice is in the interest of the strongest. And this is not Plato's world. One group will come out with all sorts of things. The party, nobody hears them. Agyapong goes out there to respond to allegations, the whole world, which is very, very unfair. Look at what they did to Alan. Now he's gone. I will try. First thing is to try and bring Alan back. Then second, if I have offended anybody, I apologize, and when they also apologize, I accept it.
So
then we move.
It has to be reciprocal. You apologize, they apologize.
Yeah, they have to.
If they
apologize.
Don't,
well, if you don't, it's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't, it's up to you. And you see, the style of campaign, if I win, I'm going to do. You will come yourself. If you don't come, we'll leave you behind. Because we need to change this country. We are not going to, pamper sycophants. No, I won't do it. I'm not going to pamper sycophants. We have to move this country. We have to develop this country. We cannot allow all these Landsat the 5 northern regions, Afram Plains, Volta region, to lie undeveloped. My brother, industrial revolution. If you vote for Agyapong, industrial revolution. That is the only way we can move this country. Technology. We're going to build a whole technology city, smart city, for these young men. They are technocrats. They can do a lot of things, but there's no push. We have to push talented people like that. Engineering. Look, when Ghanaians go outside, they excel. Why is it that they don't?
When they are enabling environment here. That is what it's like. Recently, there was this conversation about the contestants of the National Science and Maths quiz, where someone said, all these brilliant minds, they would finish the senior high school and leave the country and just go to the US, UK, wherever they want to go, and they will never come back.
Yes, it's true. Let me tell you, last month, we went to KNUST, and the lecturers were complaining that their best students from first degree, they've all gotten scholarships to do PhD straight without masters, and they've all gone. They've left. And when they go, these white people, they are smart. When they see that, look, this chap is brilliant, they just hold you tight. By holding them tight, we are losing them. They will never come back. That's the challenge. So I will make sure. And it's all because the chemistry department, tech, they showed me an incubator one boy has designed. Can break the eggs about 4,000 a day. And it costs only 30,000 cedis. Nobody out there to promote. These people, we have to get them and promote, support them so that they can expand. Another challenge we have here is that there's a gap between the industries or the ministries and the universities. We have to bring them together. The universities and the ministries and the industries, the companies in this country should be working together. So the latest development and all those things, they share. Here, they are far apart. All these things we need to bring together, especially CSIR. The cattle, our produce. We need a lot of scientific aid that will boost the economy.
Honorable, so the final showdown, what is your message to the delegates out there?
My final words to the delegates are that, one, they should vote for a man who will create employment, job opportunities for them, for life. Don't go and take money that within a month you spend it and come back again to your lifestyle, which is poverty. Again, they should make sure nobody intimidates them. We are going to protect the ballot, that they are scaring them, saying that, when you vote for Mr. A, we will know it's a lie. It's a lie. And we are not going to allow them to queue so that when you vote, you show it to this. No, we are not going to allow what happened in 26th August. So they all have to be bold and have confidence to vote for Agyapong, who stands for development. Let them compare messages from all the aspirants and choose the one who has a message that will help the future and develop this country. Again, I am begging them, look, the super delegates, they took 100,000, 150,000 Navara pickups, Land Cruiser Prados, and the rest. So if they come to you and say that take 2,000 cedis, they cannot give 2,000. But even if they give that, they've insulted you because you have the same votes.
So they have to match up with what they
give to if they give them 100,000, I allow them to vote for them.
Are you not encouraging politics of monetary inducement?
I am rather discouraging.
Okay.
Because I'm saying that don't vote because of money. Because they've given some people 100,000, some people got cars. In Central region, in Ashanti region, they can't even in Greater Accra here. And they will come to you and give you 2,000 cedis. So I'm rather discouraging them because they can pay 100,000.
Okay.
If they can pay 100,000, it means you should vote for development. Who will develop you. It's Agyapong who will create employment for your children. So vote for development. Don't vote for today's money that will not last even for a month. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful conversation with Honorable Kennedy Agyapong.
Hello, Ebusiafo. So, Pesifita Asracha or Dofodie, and then enough our Hokodom is unique laser whitening. Unique laser whitening. Our toothpaste to strong quam. What did you choose? Say, and ma was saying a fita. Na eye fita non sono. Na a ye and carbonate beer a wo no beer. Any tea stain, coffee stain, smoking stain, sibia. Unique laser whitening product. Ebe yini nyina free swama o kama. The obani say utu so na odi bi egu o brush de so. Na odi etwitwe osine so nyina kama. Uwia and huhuru wenum jano wenum sa. Into for unique laser whitening. I was 079-9979-2330. Unique laser whitening. Or say muni seso.
Pennyfor se bibi o wiase ntine da ne atopno na ne pabone fonti e wo se wo bambo hu hia na ne papa mu de Pro Technologies ana me kan fama wo ane Pro Technologies. We are specialized in both sales and installation of CCTV cameras. Yeton esa install CCTV cameras in the South Ghana and NASA brochure na ufi Ghana. Now person CCTV camera installation. We need Pro Technologies and then so we CCTV camera installation, electric fence, automated gate, access control, video doorbell, and intercom, and satellite TV, home theater, so upebiato, and wato, and a person install them out. Pro Technologies and our software. Na shenen so. Say Fidya nyina from America brochime ndi sane papam na opedia manwene ho na ne bo so da form meche ye know the web brochime mu ha ene e branch e wo Ghana ye ni mo bra wo bre nti sika fire nsem se fa nya japade ma wo Ghana wo da na ne tenese ye san general construction so web brochire na peso si fi Ghana e dan plan bia peso si se wa sha se dada ana afi na peso si plan bia ye besiama eno echi so here solar power ana bamba ho nsensem bia de woni ye ni sawo square fa so install ana ne settings ye beye e de ama e wo Ghana ubehu yen wo mre fra denta e de wadi ache dodoa ubehu ye e wo ahie ye ne Emerlin pharmacy and what the same building. For information or WhatsApp 401-7570-300 and a +401-6992-254. Pro Technologies. We have the solutions for your security and home entertainment needs at affordable prices.